Ooh, ooh.
I'm hungry. I'm pulling them.
Oh, y'all heard all the news. Hey, y'all. I am getting it squared away on TikTok, and then we about to get this thing popping. If you in here and you can hear me, if you can hear me, I just want to make sure everybody can hear me because y'all, we are about to get into it, and we are about to cover a lot of stuff. Um, if you can hear me, just put a one in the chat. Welcome, family. If y'all can hear me, good evening, Karen. Hey, if y'all can hear me, just put it on the chat. Because y'all, we about to cover a lot of stuff and we about to hop into it fast and quick. Ooh, ooh. Happy Monday. Happy Money Monday. Oh, I just realized something I need to add to this list. This checklist is long tonight. It's going to be awesome, though. And it's going to be filled with blessings. By the end of this live, we're going to we'll probably give away about $1,000 worth of stuff. Um, Special guest. Ooh, can y'all believe it? It is Monday. Happy Money Monday. Um, we gonna cover a little bit today, even on that special guest. Um, and I want to make sure everybody can hear me. I want to make sure everybody can um take full advantage of everything that is about to pop off. By pop off, I mean transpire. For those who need me to be politically correct, to be able to stomach what I'm talking about. Um, ooh. How y'all doing? Use an emoji to tell me how you feeling today. However you're feeling, put an emoji in the chat telling me how you feel. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's whatever. Put an emoji in the chat. Express that captures how you feeling today. Um, and y'all see these? Y'all see these curls? Which is a little bit outside of my wheelhouse. Here you like, oh yes. Hey, Pompey. So I'm assuming. So you're Pompey, Karen Smith. Is that your sister? Can you confirm? What? Woo. Mm. All right. I think I finally figured this thing out for TikTok, y'all. We about to see. Let's do it. Oh, yes. I finally put two and two together. All right. So, hello and welcome everybody to this chat. So, this live is to cover a lot. Can y'all believe it? We are exactly 4 days away from the biggest black market and biggest black business trade show ever to have transpired, representing every industry that black businesses are in. We are super pumped about that. We are only 4 days away. Banners went up today. That is always the most exciting part because that ends up just making it so real for us. It makes it like so wow. Like we are in that moment right now. It's transpiring. I can't believe it. That's wow. So banners went up today. More banners are going up tomorrow because we got custom banners made mirroring the bus ads to go up on the fairgrounds. And those are going up tomorrow. So we're gonna have a crap load of banners up on the fairgrounds. So we're super pumped about that. We are also super excited just about everything that is transpiring, that we're executing on, that is coming to fruition. I just want to make sure, so the Facebook community can hear me. Can the Instagram community hear me? If you can hear me, put a emoji in this chat. Put an emoji just showing how you're feeling today. Put an emoji so I can make sure y'all can hear me on Instagram, because it looks like y'all are coming in a little bit more ripple. But yeah, so y'all, it is real. 3 4 days away. Somebody asked, like, was it still happening? Like, no steps back. It's definitely popping off. It was super, super rainy today, so it's awesome to know that all of the horrible weather is getting out of the way before our event weekend, so that will not be a deterrent. And we're indoors, so even if people start out cold, by the time they make it indoors, they'll be nice and warm and cozy. Boo, 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 right? So we're super excited about that. And a part of the reason why we are going live is because we are hiring. We are always hiring for our events. We have a lot of paid staff that we bring on for these events. Nobody else does that. And I think it's important for y'all to realize that, like, our team is only made up of about 5 people, 4 5 people. Everybody else that's working with us are typically paid staff. They are not volunteers. We have very few volunteers engaged in our events. So for that reason and that reason alone, it's super important that we are able to find like minds and able to connect with people who want to utilize or take advantage of this opportunity. We are hiring. We pay $16 to $20 an hour, right? Walmart, nobody pays that. Nobody's starting pay is 16 plus, unless they're trying to finesse them, or unless it's whatever. That's another conversation. But yeah, we pay $16 to $20 an hour. We only hire people over 18 because of the extensive hours of our work. We also only hire people over 18 to make sure that we don't have to worry about what's transpiring being micromanaged. So if you know anybody looking for work, we are hiring for the whole weekend starting Wednesday. The final orientation and hirings are taking place tomorrow. So if anybody is interested in working this event weekend, all 3 days, actually technically 4 days, including Wednesday, have them apply ASAP. You do not have to have previous experience. We do not care about whether you can pass a drug test or a background check or any of those things. However, we expect you to uphold the integrity of our event. So we are hiring, and we are actively hiring. So put your folks on, tell your folks about it, help get somebody in the room and an opportunity to sell them available. We're not only just hiring event and labor staff, we are also hiring an additional new person that does videography, and we're also hiring people who know how to gift wrap very well. So if you know somebody that knows how to gift wrap very well, we're hiring them too. So tell them to come our way, because we're trying to get that finalized. We're gonna need to see them do some. The interview process for the gift wrapper is a little bit different. We need to make sure that's on the up and up. So yeah, but we're hiring for that as well. Um, and then it is only 4 days until the Buy Black market, y'all. That is crazy. It is here. It is like here in our faces, and every single everything, the news, CNBC, all the podcasts and radio stations we listen to, only thing they're talking about is how this is going to be the biggest consumer spending time, and everybody's trying to get their piece of out of the pot. But the pipeline is messed up right now. There are major delays. There are major shipping issues for major corporations. So a lot of people are having to allow for back order pre-orders to happen, right? A lot of people are having to allow for deliveries to be planned to be received far after this Black Friday weekend, or after the holiday season altogether. So guess what that means? That means it's a time for small businesses and entrepreneurs, small entrepreneurs, to just be able to capitalize on opportunity. And we're excited. We're excited to be creating a space where we expect tens of thousands of people to come out to just magnify and support and show love to Black business owners. That is a big deal. I don't know how many people are realizing that, but that is a huge deal for Black businesses to be at the forefront of an opportunity to get supported, be at the forefront of an opportunity where the traffic is coming to your doorstep. People kill for that. All of the clients we represent, they spend thousands of dollars just to get their name in the back, get their brand and their name in the back of your head and thought about as you make plans for a new car, as you make plans to buy a beverage, as you make plans to get insurance, to change insurance, which only happens like every 6 months or every 1 year, depending on the type of insurance. You get what I'm saying? Like they invest so much in that. So to just have this opportunity is amazing. We're also super excited because not only is our event happening that weekend, it's a number of events happening on the fairgrounds, and it's looking like we're gonna benefit from all of it. So I'm excited about that as well. We haven't even rolled out our Black Friday final ad yet. That ad will be running starting Wednesday, and it'll be running super heavy through Thanksgiving. Um, However, even the ads we have running right now, they're hitting about 150,000 people every 2 to 3 days. So that's exciting. So yeah, we're super excited about that. We are hiring. If you know people looking to work, they can go to youbyblack.com. Youbyblack.com has everything. That's where you apply for the jobs. That's where you finalize vendor slots. That's where you learn about a lot of the things we do. Quite frankly, so have them apply. Um, Speaking about Black Friday weekend, Black Friday itself, i.e., November 26th, which will be the first day of the event weekend. We are super pumped. One, because there is some availability. So we are extending a $60 discount on any remaining slots for Black Friday. What that means is you're able to get an 8 foot by 8 foot booth for $150, 10 foot by 10 foot booth for only $215, and a nonprofit organization booth for only $90, which is insane. Even our trade show setup company was like, "What? Why are you doing that? Those are crazy numbers." So yeah, if anybody has not finalized, or if anybody wants to finalize for a double booth or something, that's your perfect time to do it. Only thing you have to do, it'll auto apply at checkout. In the event it doesn't, you can literally just key in Black Friday, no spaces, as a discount code, and it'll apply it at checkout that way. One or the other, you'll be able to get the $60 off the vendor fee. So tell a business. We're super excited about Black Friday because there's a lot of stuff happening that we haven't even been discussing. We have special guests coming out um for the weekend. The news will be out there, which we have discussed. The radio station will be out there, also covering the event Black Friday. We expect to have several special guests come out. We know somebody, a big time social media influencer, will also be out creating content just to magnify some of the businesses that'll be in attendance on Black Friday specifically. On top of the fact that we were doing a really great marketing strategy, guerrilla marketing strategy, where we were reaching people in a lot of spaces that normally don't get reached about events like this, including your grocery stores and things like that. So people have been calling us from far and wide about this event, and that is just proving that everything we have done is working. So we're super excited about that. The banners are up. Like I said, half the banners are up on the fairgrounds already. They went up at 6 a.m. I shared one or two in our stories, but it looks like we're going to have about 7 or 8 banners up on the fairgrounds, all over the fairgrounds, for people to get excited and know and start looking forward to what businesses will be involved. And that leads to its own dynamic follow through of traffic as well. Um, and we got official notice that our The Light 103.9 interview will be being replayed. So if any of you guys know, they did an interview for us about the Buy Black market on the Light 103.9, which is the gospel radio, one of the Radio One radio stations here. And giving while everybody's in their cars, while everybody's at their grandma's house, where she don't let you listen to nothing but gospel on the main radio, right? Where people are just sitting idle and need something to occupy time, right? So what's gonna happen? They're gonna hear about this Black business event, this is Black business trade show expo happening, and just all of these resources being curated to streamline access to our community. So we're super excited about that. And so we want to do a giveaway. If y'all are still here and y'all are still functioning and y'all are fully aware of what I'm talking about right now, put a heart in the chat. Put a heart in the chat. Y'all still here? Y'all still here? Put it hard in the chat. Let's see. 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 Who's here with me? Y'all here? Y'all here? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, we got two people here. We got three people here. Oh, people is this is hard as black. It's blending in with my shirt, which is for sale, by the way. You can get this from youbyblack.com. Okay. I see it now. Awesome. So this weekend we are super excited about a lot of things. Black Santa will be there all week. All will be there over the weekend and take pictures with our kiddos and adults. We'll have a huge Christmas display, which we just secured the last pieces for today. We'll have a really nice Kwanzaa display as well for you guys to do your manifestations in, as well as just get all the amazing photos and prepare to bring in the holidays with the right kickoff. We'll have a gift wrapper on site where whatever you shop for, if it's presents for people, you can get them wrapped before you even leave the building. So that way, you can just slide them straight up under whatever your little, wherever you hide your, put your presents and stuff. We'll have some really dope, just businesses from such a wide variety of industries. Awesome. So we want to get some folks excited. One of the things we want to give away today is a picture with Santa, right? So if you are somebody who will just be attending the event as a supporter, I need you to put 5 in the chat. Put a 5 on it. Put a 5 on it. Put a 5 on it. Yeah, if you'll just be attending as a guest, put a 5 in the chat. In the event, you are a business who is participating in the event. Put a put a 7 in the chat. I like 7. 7 is a number of completion. Awesome. Ooh, so it looks like we only have one person attending as a guest. So that is awesome. And for you, since you'll be attending as a guest, what we're going to do is give you a $50 gift card that is going to be good to use with any of the businesses involved. So whoop whoop, congrats Jay Italian Ice. He just got him a $50 gift card. Holla, holla, holla. So make sure to DM us so we can get your info down so we can make sure you can utilize that and shop however you want during the event weekend with any of the businesses involved. I'm super excited about that. And on that note, today has been a very, very trying day. Yeah, it has been a very, very trying day. Which is why we're putting up the banners in 2 parts. But that's another conversation. And one of the things that has triggered that I'm like, let's discuss, because it feels like everybody in this live right now are entrepreneurs. So one of the things I want to discuss is how important communication is in business. How important communication, quality communication is in business. Now, look, if no matter how people feel about our Stop Shop and our events, the one thing they can't say is that they have no idea what's going on. We communicate very, very well. We send emails, we send text messages just to make sure our community stays in the know about everything going on, right? Like, even those who are already executing to some degree, stuff slides through the cracks. So we send the text messages as follow-ups to the emails, right? And so the worst or best thing you can do is be an effective communicator in business. And the reason why I say that is because that person always wins in the end. That person always gets the upper hand. That person always ends up with the fat check. Prime example, our banners, right? We had some custom banners made for Black Friday weekend. Everything was communicated fairly far in advance. The expectations, the needs, the desires, all the information was corresponded, sent over. Our banners were supposed to go up at 6 a.m. We hadn't heard anything. So guess who got the check? The person who communicated well. Somebody who wasn't even up for the possible job got the job at the last minute because they could communicate well and they could execute well. So somebody collected a borderline $1,000 check on their day off just by being able to communicate effectively and being able to get stuff done, just by being able to show. Now, here's the real crazy thing about this, because prior to this, we had done very limited work with them. However, this is where just being in the room is sometimes the best thing, right? Because this business, they were of like 10, no, not even 10, 5 businesses that were approved to do a different job. They were one of a very, very limited list of people approved to do a different job. Now, the funny thing about it is anybody could have been on this approval list, but you got to be willing to do the work even when there are no guarantees. You got to be willing to put in the effort to get your name thrown in the ring, even when you don't even realize it's a potential job up for you. And so what I mean by that is there's an approved vendor list for certain ad campaigns, right? And this is one of the few companies that's on that limited approval list of businesses that can be vendors. Now, we called all of them. His prices weren't that big of a difference from anybody else's. Quite frankly, his price was higher than half of them, but half of them didn't have good communication skills. And they needed certain guarantees or securities and blah blah blah. This person, he did the job before we even cut a check. Now, mind you, that's not to say we were like, oh, we're not gonna cut the check, but it was a situation where he did the work. We communicated effectively about what was expected, when it was expected, how it was expected, and it was clearly stated, we want you to do the job. So next time we hear from him, he's calling to say, hey, I want to send you over everything executed on. Right. And so we were like, all right, we're not going to need him again for a couple of months. However, here we are, the day of needing to have something executed on that was going to be outsourced to somebody in our community just to give them the opportunity to attach their business, their brand, and get some extra money tossed their way. However, poor communication skills threw them out of the ring. So somebody that wasn't even on the radar because they did the work to get in the room. They were able to communicate effectively, right? And even when it caused us to go out our way, I had to go all the way to Wendell, which I live in Durham. Wendell is an hour away. I had to go all the way to Wendell to pick up banners. So you're talking about 2 hours we really didn't have to spare on top of all of the other logistical stuff, right? But it was worth it to have somebody communicate well. It was worth it to have somebody execute when expected. Like, more money and more opportunities are lost from poor communication skills, having to ask somebody or micromanage or double check people in business on things that they should be doing without you having to do anything. Hey, Thomas, can you come plug in this charger? Oh, never mind. That, I'm telling y'all, that makes you lose more money than anything. Like, seriously, because people get impatient and people have a lot of work to do. Like us, like we have a lot of work to do, and it's a lot of moving pieces to this. And it's a lot of hands that have to be involved with it. So that communication thing is a huge deal. Having open lines of communication, even if the communication, I know this ain't about to be disrespectful to us. Having open lines, I'm waiting for Facebook to reconnect because it's been janky, y'all. But having open lines of communication, even making it known when something doesn't work or when something isn't possible, that is more invaluable than trying to take on everything. I swear it is. Like, because you didn't waste the time makes people more capable of coming to you and understanding what they're dealing with anytime they deal with you. So that communicate thing, that is a huge deal. I promise you it is. Like, and it is an invaluable characteristic to possess more than anything. I'm sorry, Facebook. I don't know what happened. They tripped out on y'all for a minute, but we're back. So yeah, We're also excited. We have a special guest coming. We have several special guests coming over the course of Black Friday weekend. But some of the ones we are most excited about are our social media influencer that's going to be creating some custom content. They reach hundreds of thousands weekly. um and they reach hundreds of thousands locally weekly. So that makes it super easy to just get their supporters to even show up for what you have going on. We love that. We are super excited about the fact that the news is coming out. The awesome thing about the news is they reach demographics that we don't reach, we don't already target. So it's just compiling on everything we already have going on. Um, and that interview replay, y'all, that has me stoked. Like I was talking to our trade show setup company today, and let me tell you what's really dope about that. We were having a conversation. They were like, "Oh, is this a early?" They were like, "Oh, is this event just starting out?" And I said, "Yes and no." And so they were like, "Oh, once you're able to reach more people, um, they said, "Oh, once you're able to reach more people, or once you're able," I'm not sure who this is. I'm gonna let them in. I'm gonna let them in. I'm gonna let them in. So once you're able, they were saying, they said this statement, which was kind of comical. They said, once you're able to reach more people, I'm sure the vendors will understand the benefits even more. And I was like, we reach millions of people marketing this event. We do. I have analytics to back it up. Like, here's the thing about social media culture that is so amazing and so cringeworthy. Once you learn analytics, you can see who sees you even if they never say that they saw you, even if they don't want to acknowledge it out loud, right? So yesterday I posted a picture, some pictures of my family celebrating my grandma's Thanksgiving service and her birthday, right? And so out of the people who saw it, what, I don't know, maybe 40, 50 people responded, 30 people responded, I don't know. But thousands of people saw the post. You feel what I'm saying? So it's a situation where if you're waiting for somebody to co-sign it, if you're waiting for somebody to validate it, you are going to spend so much time working backwards. You just got to do the work because somebody is looking for what you have. But then secondly, somebody, if you waiting for that extra validation, that extra like oomph, right? That extra like, all right, let me go harder now because these people are going hard. Like you're gonna miss your window of opportunity, and by the time you execute on it, it's gonna require more of you. That's what made me post the reel I posted earlier. Say something that it says, say something that you're gonna get a lot of flack for, a lot of flack from, or something like that, right? And it's like people want more, but they don't want the requirements or responsibility that comes with having more. Like somebody, I'm gonna tell y'all the funniest. I say it in like a oxymoron type of funniest thing we've ever read. There was a person who said they the most they were willing to pay for a vendor fee was like $80, but then they're wanting to be able to see 4 or 5 figures. $80 spaces. $80 spaces don't come with 4 or 5 figure results. It doesn't. How do you think the difference gets made up on in business? It doesn't come with it. They can't afford to do the things that comes with 4 or 5 figure results. There's no exactly how do you think that seed gets fertilized, or how many more people, how much more saturation has to exist? That's the other side to it, right? If you want to be able to lowball this side, how much more competition, how much more saturation, how much more occupancy has to transpire to fill in that gap? Because let me tell you something, baby, the more you progress, it ain't no handouts. It ain't not a single one. and people require their payments before you get any type of guarantee on investment. Everybody, from the cleaners to the movers to the person who is drawing a picture to the print to the everybody requires their check before there's any certainty for you. So it's a situation where it's just like that's the risk that comes with being fully invested. But on that note, that's what has us so excited because it's just like, do y'all realize like we're on event number 3? We're on event number 3 exclusively for Black businesses in spaces that Black businesses have never been in as Black businesses before. Um, and no matter what people say behind closed doors, everybody has something to say. Let that register for you. Like people, no matter what they say, everybody has something to say. And you have to remember that they only have something to say because they know about it existing. Did that go over y'all head? Are y'all here? If you here and that just ain't, I need to make sure you ain't missed that. I really do, because that's how you know you're actually making progress. So if y'all are still here, if y'all are still alert, if y'all are still paying attention, put a boom, 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 because it's a cycle. Put an 8 in the chat. Yeah, y'all. I'm struggling. I'm struggling with this live today. Like, y'all ain't here. Y'all sleep. If y'all sleep, I can get back to work. I promised that I was going to do this Money Monday live, and I promised that I was going to add value to people. But I also promised I was going to give away some stuff because my team gave me some motivation to do so. Cool. So somebody here. So Instagram here. I think Facebook sleep, but we love y'all anyway. So what I said was understand the true reflection of you making progress isn't everybody co-signing it. It isn't everybody validating it. It isn't everybody trying to hop on the bandwagon of it. That happens with popularity, not even you really know you're making progress when it's a situation where behind closed doors everybody has something to say, whether it's good or bad. Why? Because that means everybody's seeing it. People don't comment on stuff they're completely oblivious about. They don't. People do not comment on things they are completely oblivious about. So if people have something to say, good or bad, it's because you're actually having an impact. Seriously, it is. It's because you're having an impact. People drag the people that they don't like that are having an impact, and they praise the people that they support or ride with or at least want to be attached and show up in their good grace of when making an impact. But either way, it's being seen. And that means you're actually having an impact. Like your analytics will always upstage what you see up close and personal. You get what I'm saying? Like if you reached 1,000 people, just because a lot of people want to whatever they want. I really don't get this how inspect everything, but if you reach 1,000 people, it's probably only going to show maybe 10-20%. You get what I'm saying? Because people like to have their opinions and thoughts in private share their opinions and their honest opinions and thoughts in private, because a lot of people fear burning a bridge that they will desperately be dependent on just to get across to where they're trying to go at some point. So how you figure out if you're having an impact are the conversations that happen in private that impact people in public as it relates to you. You get what I'm saying? There are a lot of people that I don't know, but they know me. There are a lot of people I don't know, but they know the bad black market. You get what I'm saying? Like they recognize it, or they're going through their own stuff and they're trying to work up to figuring out how this makes sense connected to their life. So yeah, I'm pumped. I really am, because we are doing something and we're not doing it for us. That's the amazing part. We're doing something that's going to transform our normal. Today, I listened to Karen Hunter. I love Karen Hunter. Yeah, I listen to her all the time. She's really, that's between her and CNBC are why we keep Sirius XM for real. Those two shows, Karen Hunter, 3 to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, and CNBC um are why we keep Sirius XM. And the reason why is because there are a lot of conversations that happen within our community in spaces where you kind of have to, you don't know that you don't even know that you don't know that you're even missing it, because you don't have that point of entry to be made aware of it, right? And today she was interviewing Misty Copeland, the really, really dope black dancer, right? And Misty Copeland, she wrote this book, and her book is about magnifying your exposure to all of these others black dancers that you also didn't know exist, but had such monumental impact on her. And what I realized is it's 2021 and we still got a lot that we are just finding out about, even as it correlates to those people in fairly close proximity to us, those who literally gave life to this one thing that we're passionate about, those who are our neighbors up the street, around the corner, next city over, next town over, right? There are these things that we're feeling like are missing, and in all naturality it's not being streamlined to us to access. And I'm excited about this weekend because it's just another opportunity to strip the barrier away. You know, like the Buy Black Market was a historic event on the NC State Fairgrounds. It was the first Black business event to transpire on the NC State Fairgrounds, and we are in 2021. NC State Fairgrounds has a lot of events. None of them have been with a focus on magnifying or just giving a space for Black entrepreneurs to be able to thrive. It's been some of us sprinkled in like pepper, but none of them have been spaces created for us to thrive. Like we're still in a time where history can be made, which means we need access points, which means we still got to do the heavy lifting. Missy Copeland, she said something that blew my head away, but it's like that's exactly how I feel. She said she didn't know if she would be the last person in the position and the role she was able to take on in her dance company. So she needed to make sure that she broke down as many barriers as possible so that the next person could get in. You get what I'm saying? And Shop Reunique, she said, well, we had Tulsa, also Wilmington. Reunique, we had way more than that. We had U Street in DC. We had Bull City. We had Durham, Hayti Heritage. We had the Redwood in Florida. We had Greenwood, which was Tulsa. We have Baldwin Hills. It's not like how it used to be, but we had it. Harlem. Like the list of Black Wall Streets are, it could go on for a really long time. But the thing about Black Wall Street that did not exist today is streamline accessibility. We reach people all over the world. We provide resources and information all over the world. We streamline awareness about what we're doing, and we strategically market all over the country, even for this event. So it's not a situation where it has to exist in solitude. You can literally lay a blueprint that can be duplicated in every city, in every town, in every state, in every country. That's the difference. Accessibility. You can open it. All the phones are currently being utilized, but I could literally pick up any of these phones, right? And if I allow for algorithms to work in my favor, I can start searching something and it'll flood me with everything that aligns with it to try to market it to me, but I'm already sold. You understand what I'm saying? That's the time. That is the difference between Rosewood and Selma and Greenwood and like, right? We know how to do that. But how much more impactful would it be that everybody that comes in contact with us learns how to do it? Then whatever your mission is streamlined. Then whatever her mission is streamlined. Then whatever mission, you get what I'm saying? And it's like-minded people, because the only reason you even came in contact with us in the first place is because you aligned with this mission to begin with. Or you might have been hopping on bandwagon culture, but we're increasing the requirements so bandwagon culture can't be can't manipulate the mission we have working on. We're working on. You get what I'm saying? So we want to do another giveaway. We gave away $50 to an attendee. If you are in this chat, if you're an entrepreneur in this chat, and you're available Friday. And you're available. I'm sorry, y'all. I was trying to read my notes. Um, yeah, hands down, like times have changed. There were things that were barriers, but then there were also things that were intentional roadblocks. Prime example of an intentional roadblock. I'm not trying to get too far off field, but our Amazon roadblocks can be small or they can be very, very large. For us, they're small at this point because we prepare for them. Our Amazon payment account got shut down this weekend. Did you know that? Our Amazon payment account got shut down this weekend. They said it got shut down because we violated terms um, by accepting donations as an while not being a nonprofit organization. Now, mind you, we haven't received a single donation for our events. Hell, we haven't received a single donation for nothing. You get what I'm saying? Nothing. Nobody has donated a single thing to our Stop Shop or the Buy Black Market. Meanwhile, we just had a whole merchants account shut down or suspended, whatever terminology they want to use, um, suspended because we're violating payment processing terms, and there's like no evidence of it. That's what roadblocks look like in 2021. It looks like, how do we impede on somebody's ability to effectively execute when money is no longer a factor, when um, being a nuisance is no longer a factor? How do we create new ways to be a deterrent? But meanwhile, we were prepared for it. So we got like 8, 9 merchants accounts now. Cool. Just remove it out of the options. That's how we move now. Why? Because you have to. I competed in chess coming up. So I always have a very strategic mindset with how I move. I never make executive decisions out of passion. My decisions are always logical. You have to be logical. Because if you're not logical, what happens is, in the heat of passion, emotions, whatever, you end up tearing down a house that you have very little to rebuild. So yeah, we're going to give away something else. If you are available, if you're in the chat, you're not already finalized as a vendor. If you're finalized as a vendor for this Buy Black Markets Black Friday event weekend, um, put what days, comment what days you're finalized. If you're finalized, if you're in here, I need to know y'all still with me. Still with me. I want to play some music, but then they gonna cut the live, y'all. Like they done did that to me before too. But so I'm not gonna play no music. So y'all just gonna have to enjoy the serenade of my voice. But if you are in this chat, if you are still in this live with us, and you are finalized as a vendor for any day for the Buy Black Markets Black Friday weekend event, put what days you're finalized in the comments. If you're in this chat and you are not finalized as a vendor at all, but you are an entrepreneur, put a 9 in the chat. So it's two different requirements. If you're a finalized vendor and you're in the chat, put what days you're finalized. If you are an entrepreneur in the chat and you are not finalized at all, put a 9. Don't worry, it is not to ostracize you or get to interrogating you. It is not. I promise it's not. Y'all are safe. This is a safe space tonight. So yeah. This is what, Instagram? Yeah, this is Instagram. This is Facebook. I think Facebook went to sleep on me because Facebook ain't posted nothing since Santia posted, who is the owner of Yanni Parlor of Durham, and we love her. She's awesome. She's also a flyer pickup. Her business is also a flyer pickup location. Awesome. So, Black Girl Chemist Cosmetics. Are you working that weekend, Black Girl Chemist Cosmetics, or are you free that weekend? Just comment it for me. A Phoenix Rising is finalized for Friday. That is awesome. That means he gonna be caught lights, camera, action. Because we're gonna have a lot of coverage at the venue that day. So I'm super pumped about that. S&A Boutiques Designs is finalized for Saturday and Sunday in a double booth. I knew that. S&A Boutiques, I'm super excited. She just rolled out with some wrapping paper. She did our suitcase covers. She does a lot. She got bundle sets. She do books. I mean journals, some really, really amazing journals. She does a lot. She's a real big boss in a lot of ways. And I'm not going to expose her surprises for next year for y'all. So I'm going to just let her announce her stuff when she ready. But she is a boss. And if you are not connected to her, um, you need to connect to her ASAP. I promise you. You want to, you need to. Black Girl Chemist Cosmetics. You said free. Is it back in Charlotte? No. Girl, we only do our events at the NC State Fairgrounds. Um, there's one place in Charlotte we could do them, but the issue with, I'm gonna tell y'all why we have kept it at the NC State Fairgrounds. For now, S&A Boutiques Designs. Um, the reason why we have kept the Buy Black Market at the NC State Fairgrounds is because they have free parking and they have ample parking, along with a building to accommodate it. Our awareness is that in an area where people have vehicles, anything that comes with an expense before the experience can impede on the extent of the experience they're willing to have. So, for those reasons, and because we cannot get a agreement in place with any of the parking decks by an alternative facility we're looking into, we have finalized these events at the NC State Fairgrounds for our small business community. Um, but updates are coming in the new year, so keep a lookout for those updates because they're going to be very drastic. Um, and we just hope all of those who have not only just been a part of this Buy Black Market and our Stop Shop community we're growing, but also more than that, we hope everything We hope everybody that is connected to our community that takes heed to the information we give. So if you have been a vendor, we hope you are taking heed to all of those emails we're providing, to equip you with education and resources, and helping you to figure out how to really, really structure your business in a way to avail scalability and growth. Um, all those people who are not entrepreneurs, we truly, truly hope you have taken heed to all of the information, either from any personal consults we've done with you, or have taken all of the financial literacy information from our free 11 money saving and income generating hacks masterclass. If you are just a person that has been ready to take your life to the next level, we hope more than anything that you have taken advantage of the Get Your Life course and executed on everything covered, because what is about to happen next requires for you not to be somebody that sits on information. It requires for you to be somebody who, once given an opportunity, pounces on capitalizing in every human way possible. We hope if you were a vendor before, especially if you were a vendor that participated in our lives and we gave you additional income stream strategies or tips on how to monetize your business even more effectively, we hope that you have taken heed to it, because we are pouring this, literally, we flooding y'all with stuff, with resources, with informations, with options, between these Money Monday lives, between all of the tips and info to prep, between all of these very free or limited cost opportunities that were extended, because we are about to do something that requires for people to have the flexibility, freedom, and knowledge to execute at a higher level. That comes with more requirements, that comes with more responsibility, but comes with more sustainable results for you and everybody in connection to you. Um, so yeah. So if you're available Friday, let's do this. So we want to give away a free vendor slot. Only we're gonna give it away for Friday. Um, it's going to be. I gotta check with the team. I don't know if they were saying to do it for 8x8 or 10x10, but so I'll have to confirm that part. So I think Facebook died or something. But yeah, so we're gonna give. Oh yeah, Facebook tripping. Welcome back, people. I don't know what's going on with Facebook, but it doesn't like me, and I apologize. So we're giving away a free vendor slot. So if you're still here, mm, y'all know what my favorite number was coming up? 15. I don't know why. No idea. So put a 6 in the chat. If you're still here, put a 6 in the chat. Because we're gonna give away a free vendor slot. And quite frankly, I don't care if you're finalizing up. Because they didn't tell me how to do it. So if you're still here, put a 6 in the chat, and we're gonna give away a free vendor slot for. Um, I need them to confirm, but yeah, put a 6 in the chat. Yeah. I'm feeling so. Whoo. I need to go manifest, because I have been nonstop this week and I have not taken the time to prep. Sherry, guess what we got? S&A Boutiques, guess what we got? We got, I think Facebook crashed or something. Like, I see numbers, but it doesn't look like any of these people are present. Um, yeah, it doesn't look like any of those people are present. Um, Today we went to go pick up our 60-inch reef. Yes, that is a 5-foot reef, y'all. So that reef is almost my height. Went to go pick that up today, and we are getting a custom bow made for it. Y'all see this? Custom bow. Okay, so on a serious note, I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10. I'm thinking, I think this is the funnest way to do this because I'm gonna write my number down. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10. Whoever gets it gets the free vendor slot. It is, girl. Ooh, I'm so excited. And the 60-inch reef I got, it sounds like it looks like it's a lag because that response came back super late. The 60-inch reef I got, it's lit. It lights up. So it's gonna be amazing, y'all. It's the little stuff for me. I really don't think y'all understand how fun and how high energy and how just amazing the Bad Black Market is going to be when you're at your local grocery store. If you're in the area, if you shop at Harris Teeter, make sure to look around because it's a possibility. Y'all irksome. That's the number I was thinking, y'all. That's the number I was thinking. So that is hilarious. Oh yeah, she was wrong. So since both of y'all guessed, I'm gonna run it past the team. I'm gonna run it past the team, but we might be able to get both of y'all Friday vendor slots. So y'all gotta DM us. DM us your business industries. Girl, I don't have no more guessing in me. Oh, you know what? Hey Thomas. I think Thomas left me, y'all. Nah. Y'all um I don't have no guessing in me. I was gonna give it to both of y'all. So if y'all both want it, DM me. If not, whoever opts for it can have it. Like, and the other person could just say, "Nah, I don't want it." So yeah, I'm excited about the 60-inch reef. The 60-inch reef is going to be crazy, and it's going to be very lit, literally. I'm also excited. Um, I'm also excited that I'm excited about everything, y'all. This event is high pressured and stressful and chaotic. The planning of this one has been over every other one. This event helped me combat a lot of my depression I struggled with this year. And so that part has been amazing. And I'm grateful for that because we're just, not me, if there's no iron team, but we're literally just helping. The energy around this has really just been about helping. And it's been a blessing. Um, it really has been. It's been a blessing to just be able to do more in a time where they're very passively stripping things from our community, right? In one breath, they are saying, "Oh, Black Girl Magic and Black Lives Matters and hashtag," um, and they're like, "Yeah, cut this, pull these voting bills away, strip these people from the thing, create this question that pinpoints um, your lack of acceptance." It has been a trying 2 years. Yeah, there was kind of a joke. My grandma, when I went to my grandma's, right? Because y'all seen all of us in natives, and she was like, she said something. She was like, she said, "You got big, girl," right? And if y'all know me, like, I power lift and stuff. So anyway, I said, "Grandma, first and foremost, I survived a whole pandemic, you know. And if we're gonna be honest, Black people don't address mental health as much as they should or capitalize on the resources that we all sometimes need just to deal with what's happening in the day-to-day reality. Being black and being self-aware can be very, very strenuous on just your mental state daily. You're aware that you can't move the same way everybody else has the privilege to move. You're aware that you have to be conscious of how you speak and what you wear and how you wear it and where you go. You get what I'm saying? And I'm assuming Facebook is crashed because Be Blessed Boutique came in here like she was just joining the combo. Um, and so I'm gonna say it out loud. We need spaces where we can be ourselves authentically, honestly, and just committed to our own progress without having to not want to be offensive, without having to want to be um, conscious of how other people feel about it or what they think about it, right? I wear these shirts, and let me say something. Right, y'all see me rock these shirts all the time, and I realize y'all think it's just because I'm trying to brand and monetize. But let me tell you something. Like, um, I really don't. Oh, I'm trying not to just pull y'all all into the yeah. Facebook don't rock with me. Oh, I just realized that might be it. Let's see. Um, and I don't wear these shirts. I know people believe like I'm rocking them because I'm trying to get people to want to wear them too and buy them. I'm really not. The reason why we created shirts had nothing to do with money. It had everything to do with being a lighthouse. What do I mean by a lighthouse? Okay, so for anybody that doesn't know, my one of my moms who raised me, she passed away. Her name was Israelite, and um, it didn't really register for me until she died from lupus. What her name meant, because her name wasn't Israelite like um the those from the religion beliefs. It was it's real light, right? And so a lighthouse, a real lighthouse, its purpose is to help you find your way. It's to help give you a guide through everything, through the messiness, through the yeah, I'm about to cry and I'm really trying not to. It to 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 plunge through fog and anything that's a hindrance to find where to go, to receive direction, to just be able to plant your feet or make it to a place where you can plant your feet on something solid again. You get what I'm saying? And for me, what I realized is it is a struggle to be black in spaces where you have to compensate for the fact that you're black in that space. You have to compensate for your gender in that space. You have to compensate for your sexuality in that space. You have to compensate for the way you wear it while in your skin, right? Because there's certain versions of being black in spaces that are permitted. Um, there's certain spaces where being black is permitted because you look a certain way, and so it's palatable. She said, "I want to stay, but I need to go make product. Thanks so much for the opportunity. You're welcome." She shop reunique. Make sure to DM us for the information so we can get you squared away. So it's a situation where it's like people need to know where can they go, who can they come to when you can't call for help, when being out doing the same stuff that everybody else does may not be safe, when you can't talk to everybody because a lot of people will try to talk you out of your truth or try to minimize what you feel or what you think because they don't understand or because they don't handle it the same way, right? Or because their fear or doubt overpowers their ability to believe in something. When I talked about doing the black market, I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. When I talked about doing the black market, right? I'm Nigerian. My father's in Nigeria, and the first thing that was asked to me by some close family, not even my Nigerian family, some of my other family, was like, "Why are you trying to do all this work to compensate for all of this stuff going bad with the black community here when you can just go to Nigeria where you're the majority?" You ain't got to worry about the racism part. If anything, it's just going to be having to put people on how to execute differently. Like, why put yourself in an uphill battle where for every stride you make up, they're going to do three things to either push you back further or make it even harder for you to make a single stride past that. Why? Why does it matter? Because I want the freedom to choose. And a lot of people don't have the luxury to just want to up and escape. I want the freedom to choose. Meanwhile, we're the only people that's trying to figure out how to escape reality or run away from reality instead of create spaces where we have the freedom to choose the life we're living and what is permitted to be normalized as a part of it. That sounds far fetched. Do you realize that? Having the real freedom to choose? It is okay. So she said, I was shocked to see that, to know that you were Nigerian. Why? Because I had no accent. Yes, girl. Um, Quite frankly, people's accents are really kind of determined by not just environment, but also like how intentional they are and when they speak. My ex-husband was born and raised in Nigeria. He came here after getting his associates, and he does not have an accent whatsoever. He got a Nigerian head, but he ain't got no accent at all. So most people didn't know he was Nigerian either. Meanwhile, he speaks like four language. He doesn't just speak Yoruba, which is what I am. He speaks Yoruba, he speaks Igbo, he speaks a little bit of Hausa, he speaks Pidgin, and he speaks English. So, like, trust and believe, you just gotta have intentional conversations. I Yoruba. I understand Pidgin pretty well. Um, but I speak English. I was raised around. I was raised here. So, she said, I always want to know if it's easy. If is it easier in Nigeria? No, there's a lot of more entrepreneurial spirit, but it's you see people's characteristics show through in other ways. You see pride reflected differently. You see people not wanting, right. Nigerians are very prideful people. So imagine a whole country of prideful people and people who need your help but not wanting to be looked down on you, right? There's some of that. There's some people who have really entrepreneurial spirits. There's some people who just trying to become the next best hustler, and then there are people who are super, super knowledgeable, but everybody, the same thing I said about Black Wall Street exists in difference because social media and accessibility across the world that exists in other countries, right? I had a friend, I love him. His name is Tom. His name is Oluwafemi, but we call him Thomas because that's his last name, right? And that's what he wanted to be called. And so anyway, it was hilarious because he came at like 25 years old, already had multiple degrees from Nigeria. He came here as an international student when I was in undergrad, and it was hilarious. We went to school. We started school in Arizona, and so it was hilarious because there was a conversation we had walking past Burger King one day on our way to campus, and he said, "I used to rock that 50 Cent song. Would you still love me if I flipped burgers at Burger King?" No idea what Burger King was, but he associated to a culture, and media portrayed to him like it was his own day-to-day reality, like he understood the nuances and intricacies of what it was. Didn't even know what a Burger King was, but attached to the culture around the environment completely different from his own. And that's true for a lot of people. That is true for a whole lot of people. So you have to realize how fundamental it is to be very, very intentional with the reach that you can have, to be very, very purposeful with what you magnify or do. You have to, because we exist in a time where that can be lost, and that can be literally the deterrent on its own, not the fact that there aren't like minds. These events prove that it's hundreds of like-minded entrepreneurs and thousands on tops of thousands of like-minded people in the community that wants to see it executed on come to fruition. There are people that reach out like, bring this to my city, bring this to my state, bring this to my town frequently. You just have to be intentional in how and what you say and what you magnify and give attention to, because that's what's, if you do that consistently, that's what's drawn to you. And it sifts through the white noise and it filters like a sifter and all that on its own. You don't even have to say to people where you stand. It happens on its own. So, but Nigeria got all the same problems that every black community got, truthfully speaking. Um, it's just, you know, other groups, other ethnicities are there too, though. African, an African country doesn't mean that it's only black people. It just means that we're the majority more often than not. But just like the United States of America ain't only white people, they're the majority, depending on what parts, right? But there's also the Hispanics sprinkled in, there's the black people sprinkled in, there's the Asian people sprinkled in, there's the actual Native Americans sprinkled in. Um, well, she said it's sad. She said it's unfortunate because some people from across the world doesn't know how bad it is. Well, it's all about propaganda. Like they maximize exposure to the narrative that wants to be told. But that's where you make up the difference. What do you invest in streamlining availability or information or awareness to? You can literally target anywhere you want right now. You can run an ad right now, target any town, any country, any location, any group. If you know their demographic and their psychographic and you have a location, hell, you can really pin drop it. You can fine tune it to the point where you pin drop it to a very specific place. But it's, who's going to magnify it if it's not the people who need the story to be told? Because Johnson County is trying to pull slavery from its textbooks and its history classes. They're trying to make it so you can't say nothing negative about any historic figures. They're calling slaves immigrant workers. So that's the other side to it. Someone said I look Nigerian. That's my dream. Open up a store in Africa. Someone gave me the name Titi Lola. So you don't have to deal with the setbacks. Also, racism. Well, I was right then. My final destination, Africa. It means wealth is forever, and I claim that for myself. That is excellent. True. I love you guys. Y'all are awesome. So, so yeah, these shirts are all about being a lighthouse. It has the messages just allow for it just allows for you to connect with the people who get it, community or allies, you know, and it makes it a lot easier for you to just be right. Like I love to wear them because we don't only do business with Black people, but there are a lot of people. If they're uncomfortable with your representation being in spaces that they have to share with people who don't agree with your representation, they will take stances. They are only personable as long as it doesn't inconvenience them in other ways. So so that lighthouse thing is real. Um that means a lot. Black Girl Chemist. Yeah, you need to pull up. So one of the things that I wanted to announce in this is a mastermind. I don't do a lot of them, but we do a mastermind with I do a mastermind with a small group of amazing ladies. That is not the mastermind I'm inviting you to. However, it's been there's been a lot driving back to this. This need to do um a mastermind. And a mastermind just to find like minds to be able to have your iron sharpened. And I think we're going to initiate finding those people that can be a part of the community mastermind as a part of our Buy Black Market Black Friday weekend. Um, I think that's what we're going to spend some like real aggressive energy doing. So, yeah, damn, wait a minute. I've been on live for over an hour. That's crazy. All right, yeah, we got to wrap this up. I got stuff to do today. But yeah, I wanted to make sure to say that there's a mastermind that we are putting in the work so that you the most powerful thing you can do in execution is have people who uplift your intentions and who just speak life into you progressing or you pursuing whatever that is, and who doesn't add doubt, insecurity, or trauma to your process. And so we're excited about that. So Black Friday weekend, it is a free admission event. If you will just be attending, make sure to go RSVP on the Eventbrite page. We really want to capture as much of that as possible and grow out that community. So there's nothing that prevents you from being able to stay in the know actively. We are big on communication. So create a space for you to receive communication and get back to it when you want to, i.e., create an inbox or a folder or something because we sent emails to keep you in the know. We're hiring. Have anybody who you know is looking for a job apply ASAP, ASAP, ASAP. We're doing an orientation tomorrow and finalizing everybody else we are hiring. All of these things can be done on youbyblack.com. Also, yes. Also, it is a situation where um it's also a situation where can y'all believe it? Next year a lot is changing. So we are super pumped to just build with us. And this is a time where you have to not just get information and sit on it. It's a time where you have to execute on everything. It is hard work, but we want to make sure we can't become the head that gets cut off and stops the progress. We want to make sure that people who genuinely believe in the mission and who are committed to the mission have the ability to just fill in the gap or multiply its execution all around the world, all around the country, all over the place. Hell, we'll hand feed you the tools. We don't care about that. I don't need no name recognition. I don't need no praise. I don't need to benefit to see the real impact happen. We love you guys to life. And I'm going to just end this real quick with my manifestation. I'm worthy and destined to be wealthy, thrive, and progress. Everything I do is successful. I manifest positive impact. Beauty, love, peace, and joy fills my life. And I speak that over all of your lives as well. Have a good night, everybody. I'm feeling fine. And make sure you go on the site. There's still time to take advantage of the $60 off Black Friday vendor slots. Tell somebody, put somebody on. It's going to be a lot of benefits.